What's up, everybody? So today we are going to the Egyptian Museum. This is world famous, where all the artifacts, well, most of the artifacts, because they have some all over the world, but this should be a very, very interesting video, and I can't wait to see the history. So after you go through security, you walk to the right and you go to the ticket office. Before going in, we almost just walked in. So after you walk in, and this is the entrance. So then we got a temperature check, and the guy pretending he's screening us because he's just on his phone. But this is pretty cool already. So I'm trying to be as discreet as possible, just because they wanted to charge more for bringing a camera in, and I guess the phone's not a camera, it's a phone. But yeah, we'll see how this all goes. Can't wait to see this and show you guys all of it. It's so crazy because you see things like this and it looks so perfectly preserved. It almost makes me think it's like fake. It's like, this looks so good, like even with the colors, like where I'm just like, what the heck? How, like, can this be? So this is pretty much like caskets of where the mummies were. And this is actually really, really dope. Like, I don't even know how to even explain this. Wow, this is almost like scary how cool this is. This is wild. So this is what it looks like open. Back side and then the front side right there. Honestly, I think I want one of these for when I pass. This looks really, really dope. Could you believe that this was just for a priest? I mean, priests are priests, obviously, but wow. This is massive. These are crazy old, like crazy old. Wow. So $10 to anybody who could read this whole thing right now. Yep, that's what I thought. Honestly, this is really cool. This is just like beyond like extraordinary, the collection that they have of ancient artifacts here.
Imagine pulling up and you go to your friend's house and they have these pillars like at their house. Like, if that doesn't scream boss, I don't know what does, honestly. It's crazy.
Speaking of the boss, look at him right here. Oh. Oh. Wow, this statue is extremely detailed. Extremely detailed. Like, this is amazing. Wow. That is pretty intense. So after walking around here for about an hour, it's so crazy how it's so preserved. You know, even colors are well preserved in some of these things, where it just makes me kind of suspicious, where I'm like, how the heck can you get colors to stay for thousands of years on, you know, some type of rock, and I can't even keep my shirt white, you know, after like 3 washes. So crazy. So this is where they used to hold the organs for the mummies, and those 4 container things. Wow, so look at this. I don't know what it is, but it's like a gold box. I actually have to take this in the wide angles because it's so freaking big, and they have multiple boxes that way. Wow, forget some Louis, forget some Gucci. Get you some ancient Egyptian gold. I'm telling you, I don't know how the heck they can keep all the color. I mean, I get the gold because it's gold, but the red, the blue, how did you even mix colors back then? I mean, I don't even know how the hell they were so good at drawing. Like, it is so crazy. Like, they were so skilled. I just don't get how, like this is so detailed. Wow, I think this is legit where they found the mummies or the gold or both. Because if you look at some of these pictures, which are very ancient at this point, this is how they found it. Crazy. This is insane. Look at this casket. Whatever it's called, but it is insane. Wow, just by looking at King Tut's like casing, everything, his head mask, or I forget what it's called again, but he was super rich, like probably the richest person on the planet, like crazy rich. So we just walked into the area for mummies, or some of them at least, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. No, these aren't the god mummies, like the rulers, but they're still mummies. Look at how well preserved. I mean, I guess this is, can't really see a face or anything, but this is just crazy. Wow, look at this. This is just huge. Either this guy had big feet, or they just really wanted to, you know, give him a lot of space. That is a lot of space for your feet. Wow, I mean, legit, all gold, everything. This is insane. Wow, this is crazy. This is a real mummy of the Queen Tuya. And this is Tuya's coffin, which was very amazing. And just in general, this is crazy. And this is Yuya. You can see his fingers. He was married to Tuya. And this is just crazy. Overall, I'm not a museum person, but this was an awesome place to actually go visit and check out the ancient artifacts and mummies. Wow, it's like this whole area was taken from inside of the pyramid and brought out here. I'm still questioning how they bring out everything from the pyramid. I guess that could have been something I should have asked the tour guide, but I didn't want to get one today. I just wanted to go at my own pace.
So overall, here we are in the Egyptian Museum. This is our end. And my final thoughts is it was cool. It was a great experience. It's just, there was just a lot of stuff in there. I just had no idea what it was for, other than, you know, a couple mummies, and a lot of different tomb coverings were amazing. The detail was amazing with all the gold. You could tell Egypt was at a point, had some very, very rich kings and queens. But for me, overall, I was just like, I wish they would just explain more in detail, like what each thing was. And I just wish they would just clean a bit more, because all you would see is like little fingerprints and stuff. But other than that, it was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I was able to come here. So we just got out of the Egyptian Museum, and I gotta say, everything there was beautiful, beautiful. Everything was gorgeous, historic, very rich in history. Like, these people really knew how to like make these things to last. So the museum itself is just full of a lot of stuff you want to see, and you don't want to leave Cairo without seeing it. But, you know, maybe some improvement tips on the museum would be that there's no flow. You know, everything is a little chaotic in there. Like, there was a flow at some point. It looks like they don't take care of it like they used to. And a lot of it, they used to have a lot of little signs, and in trying to sort of take care of it, they kind of like painted over the signs. It's a little chaotic, messy, dirty. But like I said, you don't want to miss out on the museum no matter what, because everything in there is just rich, and you can just like, you can feel the history and how rich these people are, and how honored they were, and how careful they were with making these things with like love. And you can see that there. But yeah, the museum maybe needs some new privatization and funding to make it like state of the art, like the Louvre or something like that. But don't miss out on it.
So guys, after touring this museum, I can honestly tell you that a lot of it felt unreal. It was just so crazy how they had such like accuracy with like the facial features, and you know, some of the statues. It was just so crazy to see, and the colors actually was still showing in like beautifully after thousands of years. It really just kind of makes you think, like, how the hell could these guys do this 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, and the colors are so vibrant now? So a part of me wanted to be like, you know, skeptical and be like, no, that can't be real. But then if, you know, if it is, you know, and obviously I'm not the person who decides, it's just amazing. And so this is something you definitely should come see. As Alicia, as Grace said, it is a bit dated, it is a bit chaotic, and I would honestly tell you that even with that, there is so much things to see, but it could use some improvement. It could use a huge remodeling. And I think that's why they are building, well, they actually already built the new museum, and they already knew that. So that was supposed to open, I think, earlier this year, but because of COVID, it delayed. And so if you're probably coming in 2021, you are going to see the new museum, and I'm sure that is going to have a lot of flow. I'm sure that's going to have, you know, just everything on point. And I think I would want to come maybe for like one more day in the future just to go see that, because Egypt honestly is very interesting. I've had a lot of culture shock here, and seeing this is just really awesome. It's at least worth the culture shock just to see this and the pyramids. So that's my take on the museum, and I hope to see the new one in the future.
We'll do a 2-day stay.
So that's it for this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. And I'm gonna show you how to become a citizen of the world. Laters, guys.